And that's going to do it for Channel 3 Eyewitness News at 11.
Paul Shaheen is over here doing deep knee bends and jumping jacks, kettlebell squats. What you got? Let's go to the Owl's Nest and see what's going on.
You're watching Channel 3.
From Channel 3 Eyewitness Sports, this is Friday Night Football with Paul Shaheen, Jill Jelnick, Sammy Kincaid, and Greg Glover. Friday Night Football, brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Right stuff, low price, every day. And by Food City, value every day. Proud sponsor of high school football. Friday Night Football.
Hello everyone and welcome into another loaded Friday Night Football show. Time is of the essence, or maybe it ran out tonight because the playoffs are just 2 weeks away. Enough wasting that thing called time. You know what's next. Hit it.
It's time for the Channel 3 Friday Night Football Game of the Week, brought to you by EPB.
Well, Cleveland has seen more than a dozen players injured, including 4 quarterbacks. Yet with 2 wins and a little help, they would be playoff bound. It's the exact same scenario the Blue Raiders were in a year ago against, you guessed it, Ottawa. Well, Cleveland pulled it off last year. Could they do the same this year? Our very own Jill Jelnick is standing by to answer that question live from Jim Jarvis Field, known as the Owl's Nest. Jill.
Well, Paul, it was another exciting game of the week, and this one was, well, it was the tale of 2 halves. Cleveland came out of the gates fired up, ready to go in this one. You couldn't even tell they were down 10 varsity starters tonight. They took advantage of Owls' turnovers early on for the lead, but then, well, at halftime, Coach Mac Bryan must have given his Owls a good talking to, because that second half, well, it was all Ottawa. Ottawa just needing one more win to punch their ticket in the playoffs, but it would be the Blue Raiders who attack first. After an Owls turnover on the opening drive, Cleveland's Michaelius Elder bulldozes his way to the end zone for the first points of the game. Ottawa has an answer, though, as senior quarterback Colin Thurman throws a bullet to Andrew Manning, who runs it in for the Owls score, 7-7. Cleveland then gets it back, Joseph Osterland with a quick pass to Mel Abdaya to make it 14-7. But Owls tied up again when Jake Sullivan returns the kick all the way back to the Cleveland end zone, 14-all. Ottawa had 4 turnovers in the first half, but this one hurt the most. Just before the break, Thurman's pass is deflected and Romeo Weichel comes up with the pick 6. Cleveland leads 24-14 at the half. But Coach Mac Bryan and the defending region champs weren't going away just yet. Owls come out flying the second half as Thurman finds Manning for his second touchdown of the night to give Ottawa their first lead of the game. A field goal would make it 30-24 in the fourth, but the Owls put it out of reach with a minute to go when Cam Turner dodges the defenders for one last score. Ottawa comes back to win it 37-24 over Cleveland.
When you've been through what we've been through, you know, and these kids still out there just fighting their hearts out, you got to be proud of that. It hurts, but any lesser kids wouldn't have even been competitive in these situations.
Proud of our kids. They've kept on playing, and we started protecting the ball a little bit better. The defense really played great, especially in the second half, and we're glad to make the playoffs. And we'll enjoy this one, get ready Monday, try to get ready for Walker Valley.
As you can see from the highlights, Paul, turnovers were a huge factor in this one. There were 9 total turnovers on the night. The Owls had to overcome 5 of them in order to make that comeback win in the end. And like Coach Bryan said, defense was obviously coming up clutch in this one, holding a very good Blue Raiders offense scoreless in that second half. And again, with the win, Ottawa clinches a spot in the playoffs, while Cleveland will finish out the season next week against White County. Paul, back to you.
Thanks so much, Jill. If nothing else, Cleveland needs to hang its hat on resiliency. My goodness, they have been through a lot, persevered to still compete. Hey, Glenn Ryan and the Walker Valley Mustangs have been building up to this for quite some time now. They were tired of the occasional upset. It was time now to run with the top dogs in the big region, and they certainly have done that thus far. Walker Valley at Ray County. The Mustangs came in averaging 48 points a game. Mustangs' second possession, 80-yard drive capped off by Alex King, 1-yard score. It's 7-0 Ray County. Coming right back. Marching to the 1-yard line, it's Mason Stevenson pounding it in, so Ray's down now 7-6. Second quarter we go. Walker Valley pushing the tempo again. Colton Gibson letting it go. Up top, Zach Eslinger in stride and falling in. 25-yard score, 14-6. Walker Valley up. The Golden Eagles respond again. Cody Bice bouncing out, cutting up. He's in. 2-point conversion good to tie it at 14, so back and forth it went. Ray County holds on by 1 point over Walker Valley, 35-34. Nonetheless, Walker Valley and Ray both postseason bound. Silverdale at Tyner. Someone would have the upper leg on the last Region 3 AA playoff spot. Tyner Shaylin Bailey says, why not us? 38-yard scamper. That sets up Devin Waite. Short yardage touchdown now. The Tyner defense goes to work. They gave the Seahawks fits all night. Sack for a 10-yard loss. Back on offense, Tyner striking again. Bailey now using his arm. Kevin Lee, 31-yard hookup. It's 14-0. Silverdale did get on the board thanks to this trickery. Wide receiver pass, Sawyer Jenkins wide open. That sets up a 4-yard touchdown. Tyner, though, on top, 32-7. Same region, Boyd trying to take down the first place Pirates of South Pittsburgh. That certainly helps. Bucks on defense, Jeremy Borders a pick 6. Ensuing kickoff. Never do you ever want to see this happen right after you score. Joseph Lilly turns on the burners. He's not that fast, but he is fast. We sped it up. 70-yard return, 7-6. South Pittsburgh adds 6 more next drive. Hogan Holland on the goal line, 13-6. Still first quarter special teams issues in abundance for Boyd. They're punting. Dylan McQueen takes a second before he decides to bounce right, and boy, he made the right decision. He could fly. McQueen returning at 76 yards. South Pittsburgh runs away. 52-19. Let's go to the scoreboard now for the first time tonight. Baylor downed by MBA 31-10. That's back-to-back losses, actually 3 straight for Baylor. Brainerd dropped by Bledsoe 24-7. Central takes down Sequoia 37-0. East Ridge loses by 3 at Loudon. That's a tough loss. Hickson by 1 over Livingston Academy. McCauley, hello, Big Blue, 67 points to Pope John Paul II, 35. Notre Dame dropped by McMinn Central 27-21. McMinn County takes down Soddy Daisy by 9, 33-24. Sale Creek blanked by Oakdale. Signal Mountain loses to Giles County. Hey, who got nailed? Let's find out.
You got nailed. Covered by Warren and Griffin. 265 Hurt.
In the Grace Baptist CCS game, Grace with a quick hit to Noah Gray, and boom. Christian Fallon's just lowering the hammer. Take another look. Great hit, head up, driving. That is You Got Nailed. And that, my friends, is just first down, and we intend to keep the chains moving. We don't punt. Ahead, we'll find out if Sequatchie County can make it 9 straight to start the season, plus 2 of Georgia's top-ranked 5A teams meet in North Georgia. And as always, fans, bands, and cheerleaders, when FNF returns.